When I was in middle school, my best friend played tennis, and one day he invited me out to the courts. At first, I thought I was going to crush him. Quickly though, it became evident that that was not the case. And eventually, I was defeated. I never wanted to play tennis again, because I never wanted to lose that bad again. However, after talking to friends and family, I realized that the only way to truly get better was to go back out there and try again. This leads us back into today's quotation. "A pint of sweat will save a gallon of blood," by George Patton. What this means is that if we want to truly accomplish our goals, we got to put a little work into it. And today, we can take a look at it in 3 key areas. First, taking a look at the training to accomplish your dreams. Then, we'll take a look at what good work ethic can do for success. And lastly, we'll take a look at how to have a vision and a plan for the future. First though, we need to talk about training for your goals. Just like in tennis, I realized that the only real way to get better was to put time and energy into it. Today, we can take a look at that through another tennis star, though not quite as famous as me, Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe was born in Virginia and watched his father play tennis at a very early age. And Arthur Ashe wanted to be nothing more than just like him. So, at the age of 5, he picked up a racket and started training. And through his hard work, eventually he achieved the success that he wanted. At the age of 12, he won his first neighborhood tournament. And today, he has won over 3 US Opens and is ranked as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. All because he trained for what he wanted to do. Just like how I trained in order to get better at tennis. If we truly want to accomplish our dreams, we cannot let it just fall into our lap. Instead, we must act on it and go out and do everything we can in order to achieve it. Next, we need to take a look at what good work ethic can do for our chances of success. And funny thing, it helps a lot. In tennis, I originally wanted to go home and cry in my bedroom for the rest of the day. However, I realized that probably wouldn't make me better at tennis. So instead, I had to go out to the court to the next day, and the next day, as much as I could, and take no breaks off in order to achieve success in the sport. Additionally, we can take a look at good work ethic through the story of Soichiro Honda. Soichiro Honda was a Japanese businessman who was a factory maker. Sadly, however, 3 of his factories were destroyed in World War II during bomb raids. Most people at this time would probably say, shouldn't go back into factory making. However, Soichiro Honda wanted to succeed. And luckily enough for him, on his 4th factory, he created the idea for the modern motorcycle. And today, the Honda Corporation is one of the biggest corporations in the world. All because Soichiro Honda had good work ethic. Just like how I had to get myself back out there after failure, so did Soichiro Honda. Because it's important to realize that failure is not the end of our path. It's a chance for us to look at what we've been doing and fix it. Because boundaries are just boundaries. What we choose to do with them is what makes us, us. And lastly, we need to take a look at having a vision and plan for the future. In order to truly get better at tennis, I had to map out what was missing from my game. That includes backhand, forehand, any other words that end with hand. And once I identified my flaws, I could act on them. Through this, we can take a look at Colonel Sanders. Harlan David Sanders, as he was originally born, lost his father at the age of 5. So he had to take up cooking in the household. And he loved it. However, when he became an older man, he had to start taking odd jobs in order to pay for his family and get his dream of a restaurant off the ground. However, through 20 years of mild work and random odd jobs, he eventually had enough money to create his own restaurant. And today, Kentucky Fried Chicken is one of the largest fast food chains in the world. All because he looked at what was going wrong and he mapped out what he could do in order to fix it. Just like how I had to map out my flaws in the game, Harlan David Sanders had to take a look at what he could do in order to succeed. Whenever we want to accomplish our dreams, it's important that we have a plan so that we can thoroughly act on it. Looking back at today's quotation, "A pint of sweat will save a gallon of blood," by George Patton. What this means is that if we truly want to succeed, we're going to have to put time and dedication into what we do. And we saw it in 3 key areas. First, we took a look at training for what we want. Then, we took a look at how good work ethic can help us. And lastly, we took a look at having a vision and map for the future. So, although I'm not the best at tennis today, I am better because I went out there and started to keep working on my sport. No matter if our goals are near or far away, putting in the time and effort will always get us one step closer. I quit.